Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzy. You watching my channel Mizzy 14, and I'm here doing a special review that may turn into a weekly review, but I'm just gonna see how it goes. Of a show on BET called Boomerang. It just it just came out like a couple weeks ago. I'm doing the episodes 1 to 4, and Halle Berry is one of the executive producers of the show. So it's on BET. Comes on Tuesdays on BET around 10:30, 10 o'clock, and it's a half an hour show, so it's only each episode is only 30 minutes. Just like Insecure, when each episode is 30 minutes. So I don't know how they're gonna go about this. If they're gonna do like 8 episodes, a couple episodes for each season. So far, it's the first season, so we just gonna see how it goes. So far, I'm enjoying it. I was meant to do this when it first started, but I had other things going on. So I said let me do a special review, and then tonight is the new episode, episode 5, and then hopefully probably tomorrow I'll do the episode 5 so I can get caught up and see if I continue doing a weekly thing. And it seems like it's not too much, so it's only 30 minutes, so I could do a review on it. So just let me know how y'all feel and everything about it. I had enjoyed it. They labeled the show as a comedy, but I don't see too much as a comedy. I see it much like a drama. And if you want to call comedy, you can say dramedy. So it's kind of a mix of drama and comedy. And I enjoyed it. So it follows the shows centered around 6 individuals, and somehow they all connected in some way and everything. We have Simone, who is the daughter of the agency, Graham Agency. Her father runs the agency, so she's the daughter of it, and she's very ambitious. She's powerful. She's very determined, and she's very headstrong. Like she's someone who's like she know what she wants. She go after what she wants. She very determined. She very powerful in the fact that she could get what she wants, and she very persuasive at times, and she push on her ideas. Other people like she's like straight head on strong. So and then we get Bryson, who is someone who works at the Graham Agency, just like Simone, and he's a very young, ambitious man, a young man who trying to make it big out of his life. His mother gave him a recommendation to work at the Graham Agency, so he feel like, in his case, he just feel like he trying to prove himself, and he just feel like he loved his mother more than his mother loved him because she never made him a priority. I guess it's just all about money and stuff for him in regards to her. But we see that Bryson loves, or he has a feeling towards Simone. I guess they all grew up together when they was young, and I guess they went to college together. So now they're in the business world. So he he likes Simone, but he just can't express his feelings towards Simone. Like he had a hard time letting her know how to feel. Like he wants it, and I guess Simone knows that Bryson likes her, but she doing her own thing, and she just all about doing her, while Bryce is like really bad at his fixed affections towards her, and it's very prevalent too. When in one of the episodes when he had a dream about her, and it was a sexual dream that turned into freaking a bad night before, because he woke up because she asked him in the dream turn around, and while she was massaging him, she ended up trying to penetrate him, and he woke up from that, and he was like, "Nah, I don't get down like that, something like that." But the therapist was telling him it's like it wasn't about you thinking of the dream too literally. Maybe sometimes dreams tell you a different message, and the message is a sense of empowerment, sense of power, control, and it seems like he likes to be in control, but at sometimes he feel like he lose that control, and you could tell prevalent when he was doing that campaign, and one time, and then freaking Simone just took over, and this kind of cost him a little bit, but he still got his job, but he just lost that deal because he let Simone take over. And then he also talked about how he don't feel as powerful in regards to his mother, because he feel like his mother don't take up a priority. So sometimes he feel he lost power at things, and he don't have a voice. And it can tell he has a lot of ideas. He just needs to be confident and tell him that he has it, and he can just push forward. That comes to his job, and also comes for his personal life. But in his personal life, he needs to realize things gotta take his time and toll. When it's meant to be with Simone, it's meant to be with Simone. So then we got Crystal, who is like best friend of Simone. She also works at Graham Agency, and she used to be married to another guy in the cast named David. They used to be married, but I guess they got married young, got married right out of college, but I guess it didn't work out. And it's the kind of tensions between Crystal and David. Like they around each other, but also they look at each other. And they can't really say much about each other. When they did had a scene when they was outside, and they was reminiscing and say how you doing and all that. So you know the common talk, but it still was an um, air of not easy with the towards each other, an air of uncomfortability between those two that they feel like, okay, what can I say? They will say the right thing or say the wrong thing. It just kind of too much between those two. And I guess the tension, like I said, that's the word I was thinking about. It's kind of tensions between those two. And hopefully they get to the point where they can just not feel awkward around each other. But I know it's still fresh because they was married together. But I guess some things don't work out. So she moving on, trying to do what she doing, and he trying to move on. But you can still feels that it's like awkwardness between those two. And it's still some kind of love with them, but they just feel like I guess it's one of those things where they cannot be together. And they tried it and it didn't work out. So they just try to move on and they separate lives, but it's kind of hard to move on when you had this and you may feel some type of way. You may still have some feelings towards the guy or he has feelings towards her, but at the same time they realize they can't be together. So we see how the season goes, where they work it out, where they try to get back together, where they don't get to get together, they get with other people. So we see that's that. And we see David's a church boy. I guess he centers around his life in church, celibate and stuff like that. So I guess we see more about his story because it wasn't so much about him. This 4 episodes was mainly surrounded by Simone and it was mainly around Simone in that aspect. Like she probably the center focus of the episode, but we do have other characters. So um, then we have Tia. Tia is the dancer and everything. She just trying to find herself. Like she was in the strip when we first met her in the strip club, dancing and making a statement, and she just want to make money and do her. She don't like men. She said she tried that shit one time. She said she tried it one time and she don't like that shit. It's nasty. So she like women, and she's like the comedy of the group. It's like that's what they call it comedy, but she more like the funny of the group. And she just want to do her, make her money and do whatever thing. And the one about her is like she don't like to be fake. She like to be herself, do what she gotta do, not trying to portray like sometimes she's not. Cause it was this one scene that Simone trying to get Tia to rap and sing, and she said, "I don't know how to sing, and I don't try to pretend how to sing." Now she said, "You know how thing is, and I can make it better." Cause Simone has Tia as a client because Simone quit her job. Cause when the episode first started, um, that was at a set, and it was like a back in the days '90s type of thing, and they had a set, and then one thing the guy left the dark skinned woman and talked to the light skinned woman, and she was having it. She said, "Cut." She said Victoria, who's the owner of the thing, she was like, "Hold up, who works there?" And I think she's like their boss. She said, "Who you telling to cut?" She said, you gonna have this God talk to the dark skin, gonna go for the light skinned woman. No, we not doing this shit, all that stuff. And she said, "You know what? I can't deal with this. I'm fine. I'm leaving. I'm quit." And she just left. So she's trying to find her own way, trying to get her own brand, trying to build her own agency on top of her father's legacy. I know how that goes. Sometimes you don't want to feel under your parents' shadow. There's this big name, and you're trying to lift up to the name, but at the same time, you're trying to have your own individuality. So I guess that's what Simone's doing. So, and part of that, her first thing is like when she saw Tia, she saw like money sign, and she said she wanted to make Tia something. And Crystal said, "Who are you looking at her like that?" I was saying the same thing too. I was like, "Girl, bitch, you looking at her really hard." But she saw dollar sign, so she talked to Tia. She said, "I can make something better than you," and that was like, and make you great. And Tia said, "Whatever, you can make me money." She said, so she gave her 10% whatever she makes. She said, "Fine, make me money and make me good." But at the same time, Tia knows who she is, and she don't want to do things when she knows she not be profitable. Like trying to make her different on her Instagram, trying to make her more marketable, I guess, in some more eyes. Trying to make her sing, and trying to say, "I ain't trying to sing." Until this movie called Woke, and she said, "Bitch, I read had that script on my MySpace all the time like that. I would say MySpace. I said how long ago MySpace was, but you could tell this era, this time set it took place around the 90s and something like that, or in around the area because due to this whole season they played some good music, and most of the music they was playing was most of the music in the back of the 90s and stuff like that, and through the 90s era. So I was like, oh shit, they were jamming with the music in there. Um, that was with Tia, but Tia is like the comedy relief. Like she know what she wants. She's funny. She say things, and she's very real with herself. Like she don't want to lose herself and be fake. Then we get Ari. Ari is you don't really see much about him, but what I could gather is like he's a carefree type of person. He had a job, I guess he did have a job and lost that job, and he doing whatever he's doing, and he a free spirit basically. And I think he may like the guy, so he get down because he invite one of his friends to a game night. Bryson had a game night, and Bryson does the tradition that he invites all the crew together, and yet they get together, do a game night, and they have a good conversation, competition, and competitive. Tia act like she ain't want to be there. She like, oh fuck it, I gotta pretend to be happy. Crystal knows she gonna be awkward seeing David there, and David knows he's gonna see Crystal there. Ari, he said whatever, he doing what he doing. Ari wanted this guy friend named Dallas there. Cute little guy, all that stuff, came over there, all that stuff, and Bryce was not having it because he was like, there's another threat towards him, towards Simone, because you know how Simone get, and she see a nice guy, she want to get with it, all that stuff. So he basically doing that because he wanted to be close to Simone. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of true and everything. And got the game night, and Army was not even hearing it. He was on his phone doing at the time, just texting, didn't even care about the game. And she's like, Army, you got to be here and be present. You can't be just not and not have us win. And the girls actually won, but Army didn't even care. And then Simone was texting. Army was saying, what's up with your boy? He said, what you mean with your boy? You know who I'm talking about. And he said, oh, no, something like that. That's me. I said, oh, that's you. And she said, what the heck? He said, yeah. He said, what happened? He said, it was something. I'm the reason why this happened. All that stuff like they go. This is fire. They got some dick emoji and that eggplant emoji. I was like, oh, you or something. So at the party finished, he asked the guy what's up. He said nothing was going on. I saw anything. He said I got a jacuzzi. He said I ain't gonna know what jacuzzi. You know in my crib I got a jacuzzi in my hotel. He said word, let's go. I said oh, I hear that. Sure. And he was funny. So you could say he's like a second comedy relief, but you don't really hear him that much. But he has his strong views and do what you gotta do. So Ari is a carefree guy, and T is like that carefree girl, and they do what they wanted to do, and that was that. But it was one thing about Bryce is that when he feel like sense of powerless, is that he had a pitch an idea, and he has very smart ideas for the company because he feel like the Grave Agency, Victoria, she's like old-fashioned type of person. They had to elevate their new, they geared to the new millennials and stuff like that. They like this and or this pitch idea. So he pitched his idea to Crystal, and when the partners heard it, he said, "I like the idea. So show me something about that." Instead of going to his gut feelings, what he was doing, he let Simone ball guard the thing because he asked Bryson. Simone told Bryson that she got a girl named Tia, let her be a face of it, let her do this, change your kind of spectrum or something. He went along with it. He was trying to pay her with it because he wanted to be with Simone and good gracious with Simone, so he's going to do it. So he did it, but Simone took over. And like how Simone likes, she liked to take over and take charge of things. So when he took over, changed his whole idea. So when he presented it, it was different, and they still went with Victoria's idea, even though he liked the thing, and Victoria told the client wanted something, and you're supposed to go with what the client wants, and you want something different. I admire you for taking the different steps, but you have to listen to what the clients want. So, but she said that there's something you didn't do. You gotta have confidence. Stay into your gut. That's what you wanted, and that's what they like. Stick to it. So next time he did that, he was very confident because it was something about a black movie that called Woke. That it was kind of different. It wasn't something that mainstream like most black people would like. It's simple. It wasn't something. It's thought provocative to get people to think. A whole show a different direction of the movie, and that's what he wanted. And the people didn't understand at first, but he explained to her and all that stuff. He said, I'm gonna make this work, I'm gonna make it sell, all that stuff. And she said, I'm out of you, and stuff like that. And if you can think you can do it, make it work, let's go ahead, do it. And got Crystal aboard, and so him and Crystal go work on that. But and also another thing that Simone is like, she's very stickler to things and straightforward. Don't like to be on different balance. She like to have control. Like when her last episode, like episode 4, her god sister Tay Tay called and she was in jail. She had a fight with her boyfriend, got in jail, all that stuff. And Simone, crew Tia, Crystal, and her girlfriend, Tia's girlfriend came to get her out. Well, they ran over there. She was on the way to find. She got bailed out, but the guy went to the party, and Tia, Simone was all, I came all the way over here, and you didn't do this, and don't do this on this guy, and he made you the one who get you to jail, and then you sitting right in front of this guy. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like, you got me over here, and you didn't say nothing to me, and everything. So, you know, she was like, getting on Tay, and Tay understands. And she basically also feeling guilt about the thing because she was like, this is the wedding anniversary of Crystal. They divorced, but she would have been married right now, still the anniversary if they didn't get divorced, and she felt kind of guilty because she didn't tell Crystal that she know that Crystal was not happy, and she didn't say anything. But Crystal said, I didn't want you to say anything because I would have been mad at you. But we good, girl, and I don't regret anything that I did. I did what I did, and just move on forward. But I'm kind of enjoying Boomerang so far. It is what it is, what it's worth. Hopefully that BET does good with the show, because sometimes, like you said, BET got a record of taking shows and deal with it for a little bit, but don't advance it anymore like it used to be. BET used to be the it back then, but now with a different direction, different people on it, it just changed. So I'm glad that BET trying to bring more black power shows or black actors at the forefront of these shows. And Boomerang is one of them. It's all black cast, mostly all black cast. Yeah, majority of all black cast, and to show them a good light and bring more positivity to the station. I also want to go watch America's Soul, so that could be another thing I want to add to my channel and see if that good. And I'm gonna do a special video of that after I watch those episodes and see what's that about. That's like a background story of Soul Train, the untold story of Soul Train. So I'm happy to review this Boomerang. Like I said, the new episodes come on tonight, so stay tuned tomorrow when I review it. And I think I might add this as a weekly thing because I want to add more videos because I'm not doing the Love of Hip Hop anymore, so I'll just cut that out. So I need to add more stuff to my channel. So Boomerang might be one of them. So hope you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out Boomerang yourself. Come on BET, and check your Fire Stick, check your cable channels, and check it out yourself. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.